Good morning, everyone, and welcome to the homestead.
Good morning, guys.
Well, we are bringing back a series I call Cooking for Men. It's basically simple recipes any man can put together real quick, take a little relief off the little lady if she usually does most of the cooking. And today we are going to make
I'm just watching the dogs.
apple crisp. She's just watching the dogs. Look at them. What are those two crazy dogs doing?
Eating scraps out of the garden.
That's a cayenne pepper. Don't eat that. All right, guys.
They're eating scraps out of the garden.
Yeah, they are. So today we're going to make apple crisp. Now, apple crisp is, let's see, apples. Let's see here. Apples, cinnamon, sugar, flour, butter. 5 ingredients, guys. There is no way you can mess this up. You don't have to write down the recipe at all. It's super easy. So we're gonna do that, but before we do that, you can see, what do you got there, Missy?
The rest of our garlic cloves.
Let's open one of those up and take a look.
This is just half of what we have left.
This is just half, guys. Just half of what we have
And
left.
there's still a lot of good, big garlic cloves in here.
Yeah, there certainly are.
So
we need to get that in the ground. Let's come down here, guys, and I'll show you. So hang on, I gotta get down there. All right. In this row, right here, this one right here, that's mulched over, there is roughly 500 garlic plants. Garlic only needs to be
504 to be exact.
504 to be exact. But that's not exact. That's based on the measurement. Garlic only needs to be 6 inches apart. So there are 3 rows, and they're 70 feet long. And then over here, in this row right next to it, we're going to plant another 500 garlic. And if we have garlic left over, guys, it's going in the kitchen. Yeah. I think 1,000 garlic bulbs should be plenty, even if we lose a quarter of that.
Yeah.
750 garlic bulbs will be more than enough for us and for the market.
Yeah, to sell at the market.
So we're gonna throw you guys up on time lapse, and we're gonna get this planted, and then we're gonna get in the house and we're gonna make some apple crisp. So all right, guys, you see me tapping in. All I'm doing is putting a little hole, make it a little easier for us. The ground is not compact at all. I could probably just push it in. But it was a little humid last night and a little dewy this morning. So the soil's a little wet and our hands are getting filthy. I know that seems kind of crazy. We don't want to get our hands dirty while gardening. But that's the case today. And this is more efficient, so this is the way we're gonna do it. All right, there's another row planted.
It is.
Didn't take long, but it's a little.
Yeah, still a little back-breaking.
Yeah, we gotta come
and
up
hard
with
on your knees.
we gotta come up with a better system. But guys, look at how much we still have.
Yeah, we still have. I mean, I
Missy's
have a
got
lot
the
of.
same size box. Show them.
I know I have a lot of papers in here.
Yeah,
though.
but show them so they can see.
Yeah. So. Yeah. But there's a lot in here that we can still use for eating.
We can use this for eating, and we can infuse it with some olive oil.
I think I'm gonna do some garlic infused olive oil.
And we could do a balsamic vinegar. Yeah. So it will not go to waste, but guys.
No, I still have some salsa that I need to make that uses garlic. So yeah.
Yep. Garlic and pizza.
Yeah.
All kinds of good stuff.
Everything.
So there's another row. That's a 75 foot row.
Yeah.
3 deep, 6 inches apart. Should be another 550. Mm-hmm. So that should be 1,000 or more bulbs for next year. So, and I don't know if you can see this chicken over here, guys.
This
but
is Starburst. One of our chickens that hangs around us all the time. Here. She hangs around us and hangs around the camper a lot, but still doesn't like us to touch her.
No, but anything we're doing, she's if I touch something, she'll come over and she'll scratch at it. So,
hey, girly.
We're gonna get some mulch on this, and then it's looking like the rain's coming in. So, let's get inside and get washed up and start making some sweet treats.
I know.
All right. All right, guys, with the garlic all planted, we're back in the camper. Excuse the mess. We live in a camper. I'm building my house. So we're going to do this apple crisp. I mean, here's the main ingredient, apples. Okay, I've already peeled up a whole bunch of them, but it's pretty simple. You can peel them however you want. There's the auto peelers. You can just use a knife, but I just use a standard old potato peeler, and it seems to work pretty good for me, and I don't waste a lot of the apple getting it done this way. So you can see, just takes a minute, not even. Peel one of these down. Okay, I've got about 4 or 5 more that I've got to do, and then we'll get them chopped up, and we'll start putting this together. All right, so we got all our apples peeled. It's time to slice them up. I got my board out. I have a chopping board, and I have my sink full of apples. So what I do is I just cut it off at 4 sides, take the core, throw it in the waste bucket, and then I cut it down to, I don't know, 1/2 inch size chunks, something like that, guys. And you know, you don't want it too small, because as it bakes, it's going to cook down a little bit, and you don't want it too big. So find the happy medium that works for you, and that will be just perfect. But I don't make it very complicated. Just cut it on 4 sides and cut it up. Now, a lot of people have those crank, and it'll peel it and make the spirals and core it all at the same time. We have one, and they work great if you're doing a lot of apples. But here in the camper, room is so tight, it's really just easier to just do it the old-fashioned way with a knife and a peeler and get it done. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to get these all sliced up, and then we'll start putting our ingredients together. Don't forget, guys, you don't have to make it with a bushel of apples. If you wanted, you can go grab a bag of apples from the grocery store. You can grab 6 apples from the grocery store. This recipe you're going to see is so simple. You can scale it up or scale it back. No problem at all. You just want to make a little pan of apple crisp for yourself. Go grab 6 apples, throw it together. You got an apple orchard nearby, you got a bushel of apples, make a whole bunch. It's going to work out just fine. You're going to be very happy with it. All right, guys, we got it all cut up. Take a look. I got all my apples in the bowl. Got them all cut up. So it's pretty basic. Just take some apples, put them in your pan until you get your desired thickness, okay? I like it a couple, 2-3 inches thick with apples. So we're just going to do this. Okay, so now that we know how thick it is, all you're going to do is take a little bit of sugar. I'm probably going to grab, I don't know, 2-3 tablespoons. Put that on there. And a little bit of cinnamon. And sprinkle that on there. Pretty straightforward and basic. I have a fork right here, and we're just gonna mix this around a little bit so that the cinnamon and the sugar is on all of the apples. It doesn't need a lot of sugar. Most of the sugar in this recipe is going to be in the crumble topping. But the sugar that we just put on these apples, that will help make the apples break down in the cooking process. Okay, so there we go. You know, a couple inches deep. Good to go. We're going to set this off to the side. And we're going to make our topping. So, I've got another bowl here. Okay, guys, this is about as easy as it's going to get, okay? You are going to take 1 cup of sugar and pour it in there. All right, I got my flour next. Just going to take the flour, and you want to get 1 cup of flour. All right, so now we're just going to take a little cinnamon. Take a look, guys, just a couple of squirts. All right, so what I'm going to do is I'm just going to whisk the dry ingredients together a little bit. And then in the bowl, I have 1 stick of butter, fully melted. And we're just gonna get that in there. And you can use a blender, you can use a whisk, you can do it any way you want. It really doesn't matter. I'm just gonna use this fork, but I'm gonna tip the bowl up so you guys can see. And you wanna get this to a point where it's all mixed together. And it's kind of fluffy and crumbly. You want it to be a crumble. Now, what's going to happen is, if it's a little too moist, if it's a little bit too moist, you can just come back in here and get just a little bit of flour. Add a little bit more flour to it, because you don't want big balls of crumble. You want little teeny balls of crumble. So this will help to make it dry it out and suck up some more of that butter. See, that's looking better. So all I'm going to do is mix that up. See what we're talking about, guys? Take a look at that. All right. So now we bring back our apple pie topping. And you just take this and spread it out evenly over the whole thing. Okay, and then just for a little added something, I just put a little teeny bit of cinnamon on the top. Not much, just a little bit. Take a look at that, guys. How's that look? All right, so the nice thing about this recipe is if you want an extra thick crumble, double up your recipe. If you want a thinner crumble, cut it in half. It's 1, 1, and 1. 1 flour to 1 part sugar to 1 stick of butter. So it works really well. You can scale up and down. It shouldn't have any problems. I'm going to put this in the oven and I'm going to bake it on 350 for about 45 minutes to an hour. You want to get the top to be a little crunchy with a nice brown golden coating to it. I usually start checking it about 45 minutes. So what we're going to do is we're going to get the oven preheated. We're going to get this in and we'll come back when it's ready to come out of the oven. Sorry guys, the light in here is not that good. We wanted to wait till after dinner. Oh, look at that. Give them a good look at it though, honey. Look at that. The apples dripping out. Oh boy. That looks amazing. And Missy made a little extra special treat. Some strawberry banana ice cream, homemade, to go with our apple crisp. All right, guys, I'm going to sit down and enjoy our apple crisp and ice cream. Thanks for coming along with us. Go into our main page and check out Cooking for Men. You'll find a whole bunch of great, quick, easy recipes that pretty much anybody can put together. So thanks for joining us. We'll see you later. Bye.